All praises to Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Makak double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. This is going to be a lesson on how the new covenant has got the answer to all of our problems, man. Alright, the new covenant is the answer to all of our problems, is the answer to all of the Negro, Latino, and Native Americans' problems, who are the Israelites. Alright, because once we're under the new covenant, there's not going to be the ability anymore for us to be overrun by another nation, to be brought under the curses again, to have hatred amongst each other again, to have our women be wicked. Like, just think about how many videos get done on a weekly basis on wicked women by Hebrew Israelites, and then think about how many videos get done on a weekly basis by the red pill community and all of this stuff, man. All of that's going to be done away with when we're under the new covenant, because the women are not going to be wicked no more, man. Right? The women ain't going to have nothing to say against the men as a grievance when we're under the new covenant. But the difference between the man and the woman right now is that the woman's in her own kingdom in this world right now. She's in her own queendom in this world right now, man. Right? Whereas we're getting the dirty end of this kingdom, man. We get the worst portion of this kingdom, because this kingdom is against us completely, man. As an Israelite, man, this kingdom is based on you being at the bottom. Just like how in our kingdom, it's going to be based on an Edomite being at the bottom, because that's the nation that's the most likely to try and jack what we're building up. Just like how we're right now in this kingdom, the most likely one to not want to be under what Esau's on, man. But let me read this anyway. This is Hebrews chapter 8 and verse 7. For if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. So what we have to understand, or what you should understand if you read the Bible, is that the first covenant had a fault, man. Right? Which was the Israelites. The Israelites didn't do the things that they were supposed to do. Therefore, Yahweh poured his wrath upon them. And in pouring his wrath upon them, he brought them under curses and made them curses be upon these people as a sign and as a witness for them breaking the covenant, which was going to be a sign and a witness that them people are the Israelites. And whenever any nation would look at the Israelites and see that they were jacked up and they had a question in themselves why they're like this, they'd be able to know these are the Israelites. That's why this is happening to them, because these people are the Israelites, man. And the more as time goes by, more and more, you come in to realize that loads of people have heard the message, man, because the message has been getting pushed out there since people that are in their 40s have been born, right? Since people that have been in their 30s have been born, since people that have been in their 20s have been born. The message has been out there, man, right? Our actual teachers, a lot of our teachers, man, have actually been teaching this truth before a lot of us have even been alive, man. And we ain't no little kids neither. These will be men that have got their own children, or a couple of their own children, that their teachers have been teaching the word long before they was even born, man. So it's not a thing that people are eventually, as time goes by, gonna have an excuse as to why they didn't hear this, man. Everyone's gonna have heard it, and the destruction is gonna come on the earth. Hebrews chapter 8 and verse 7. For if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. For finding fault with them, he saith, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. So the Israelites are the problem, man. We're the problem. We're stiff-necked. We're hard-hearted. We don't want to listen. We didn't want to listen. So therefore, Yahweh jacked us up, man. He made our women be demons. He made our men be angry toward each other, right? And it doesn't really matter the way that these things came to pass. It doesn't matter the method that was used on earth to make these things come to pass. The point is that these things happened, and Yahweh said it was going to happen. He said we was going to go to our enemy in the want of all things. It doesn't matter the method that was used on earth to make this happen. The point is that it happened. And that's what a lot of people don't want to accept, man. They want to say, oh, nah, the Bible's this, the Bible's that, the Bible's this person's book, the Bible's that person's book. The Bible said what's going to happen to us, man. The Bible prophesied on earthly things that was going to happen, and they're happening. It's very clear that people are running around this earth right now promoting, getting ready to promote a particular device that's going to go into people's hands or people's heads. It's very clear that that's being pushed in throughout the world, man. Right? That's an earthly thing. That's an earthly thing, man. It's very clear that World War III is going to happen. That's an earthly thing. So the Bible predicted all these earthly things happening. And they're happening, right? But people still want to try and doubt the Bible. The Bible's predicted many heavenly things that are going to happen. And those things are going to happen, but those things have to wait. Because if people was to see the heavenly things right now, they'd have no choice but to believe the earthly things. As Yahweh Shai said, if I have told you of earthly things and you believe not, how shall you tell you how shall you believe if I tell you of heavenly things? Right? So if everyone in the world saw the heavenly things, what need would they have to not believe on the earthly things? If they saw Yahweh Shai come with the angels right now from the chariots, they'd have no need to doubt whether World War III could happen. They'd be like, oh yeah, that's very possible that could happen. Just like how in times past, people didn't believe it would rain. Noah was saying it's going to rain, y'all. Rain's going to drop from the sky, and people was laughing. What? Water coming from the sky? You're mugging it, mate? That's what I was thinking. They'd think, oh, nah, what are you talking about, man? They'd be telling Noah, telling Noah, sit down, you don't know what you're talking about. Why are you making a boat for? What's a boat going to do, man? Just chill and eat some of these grapes that are hanging from all these trees, man. Don't worry about none of that. Eat some of the grape of the vine. They didn't want to hear nothing about rain falling from the sky. They thought that was ridiculous. They thought that was a heavenly thing back then. You know? They thought that was a heavenly thing, man. And that's what a lot of people don't understand, that eventually things that people thought was heavenly things are going to become earthly things, man. They're going to become common knowledge to the world. They're going to become very common everyday occurrences, man. They're going to become normal knowledge. Verse 8, for finding fault with them, he saith, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. So that's what we're waiting for, man. Right? All the Israelites that represent the house of Israel, which would be the northern kingdom, they're waiting for it. The Negroes, the Latinos and the Native Americans, they're waiting for it. These are the northern kingdom, the house of Israel. And it goes on to say, and with the house of Judah, that would be representing the like Haitians, African Americans, West Indians, Caribbeans, right? All of them will be are the ones that represent the southern kingdom, man. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, they're waiting for it too. And when this covenant comes upon all these people, there ain't gonna be no more beef between one Israelite and another Israelite, man. There might be one Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin and another one from the tribe of Judah, and they got a different vibe or whatever. And one's bitter, one's angry towards another one, and that one's angry towards him. There ain't gonna be none of that. There ain't gonna be no Judah bunning out Ephraim or no Ephraim bunning out Judah. There ain't gonna be no Issacharite bunning out another Issacharite. There ain't gonna be none of that, man. Every single fault that we have as a nation within us is gonna be fixed in that time. In that time when Yahweh puts us under the new covenant, every single fault that we have with us is gonna be fixed, man. We're gonna be fixed up. Anything that anyone could say to us, if there's a brother that wants to have a bald head, right? He'll have a bald head. Like not clean shaven with a razor, but he'll have a bald head. But if he decides he wants to have an afro at any point, he'll be able to have that afro. So there ain't gonna be no people they come into with under how they was able to come to it with Elijah, go up thou bald head, go up thou bald head. He's gonna be able to have whatever he wants to have his appearance look like, man. In righteousness. There ain't gonna be no brother that can't grow hair, or that's got a fat stomach, or that can't have a six-pack, or that's short, or that's not strong. He's gonna be strong naturally. There ain't gonna be no fault in the Israelites, man. This new covenant is gonna cleanse every single fault that we have within us, man. All the wickedness that we have within us, man. All the bugged out thoughts that we have in our mind, purged out. All of it, man. The gang culture, purged out. The pimps and hoes culture, purged out. the disrespectful nature towards each other purged out, man. All of these things are going to be taken away from us as a nation once we're under this new covenant, man. And Yahweh Shai is coming to bring that covenant. That's what we can never forget, man. Yahweh Shai is getting ready to bring this covenant to us as a nation. Hebrews chapter 8 and verse 9, not according to the covenant I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith Yahweh. So in the time past, we didn't listen to the previous covenant, man. But this covenant, we ain't going to have a choice but to listen to it. Right? Now, this world, right? If this world got its own rules and codes, right? And if the people that love this world could have the codes and principles put into their mind and how to be a so-called high-value man and make it in this world, they'd love that, right? If they could get themselves a red pill starter kit, you know, they could download a red pill starter pack, you know, the genes. Oh, you gotta get yourself 6 figures. You gotta get this amount of birds before you get to this age, before you know. If you could get that starter pack, man, that red pill starter kit, you know, you gotta have a big network. You gotta be networking, yo, and all that. Which, all right, fair enough. They get what they're getting, right? But that's the consolation prize if you're an Israelite, man. And you still can't. You still will not have a voice, because all you red pill cats, yeah. Mr. West is a billionaire in this world, and he got cancelled. They told him, you better not speak up on certain topics, mate. That's what they told him. They said, zip it. Right? He wanted to talk about something, and they was like, nah. And anyone that wanted to interview him and talk to him about something, they was like, nah, that's getting taken down, mate. So all you guys running around chasing to be rich, that's gonna put a more highlight on your life, and you're gonna realize eventually that you've got to a point now where you're zoned in, and they're gonna tell you what you can and can't say. They're gonna remove that curtain, and they're gonna really red pill you and show you what the real deal is on this side. They're gonna show you, listen, man, you ain't got no power around here. We're the power. But in our kingdom, we're gonna be the power, man, and that's what we're waiting for, man. The Israelites. But people laugh, they scoff, they say you're broke ass this, because they think that we're just not lit enough. You know what I mean? Because you have to be lit in this world. You have to be flexing in it. You know, you have to show everything that you got on Instagram according to what this world says, isn't it? You know? But you know what? Forget this world. How about that? Because this world is going to fall, man. Just like how all the other kingdoms that Israelites was in fell too. All the other times we was in captivity as Israelites, those kingdoms fell. And so is this one going to fall. Here's the point, man. Here's the point that I want to really get into. Hebrews chapter 8 and verse 10. For this is the covenant that I'll make with the house of Israel after those days, saith Yahweh. I'll put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I'll be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people. So once we've got them laws written within us, man, just like how I made the statement on how people in this world, if they could be programmed, right, and have the perfect way to make it in this world put into them, because a lot of these people love this world, they'd do that, right? If they could never steer off to the left or the right of these wicked laws of this society, a lot of these people would go for that, man, right? But we're desiring the things that Yahweh's offered. We've read Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, and we've read what blessings Yahweh will give us from Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1 to verse 14. We've read that, and we want that. And in order to have that and have it continually forever, we have to be able to keep God's laws forever. And the only way that we're going to be able to do that is by being brought under the new covenant, because we've tried many times in the past to follow it the other way, and we was not able to. Then Yahweh sent his son to die for our sins. And when his son returns, he's going to make us, the Israelites, be able to perform this in perfection. You've got a lot of people that are trying to do something else, man, and fair, and go ahead, man. Do it. Go ahead and do it. But at the end of it all, you guys are going to realize that this world is a snare, man. And all your main celebrities and all that be talking, right? They don't want to. Isn't it funny how they don't ever talk about this? Why is it that they don't ever want to talk about this? And why is it that whenever somebody does talk about this, they get told to be quiet? Isn't that interesting? Is this like the world's most kept secret or something? Verse 11, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for all shall know me from the least to the greatest. Now let's go into the red pill community again, all this manosphere talk. These manosphere cats have to keep continually telling guys, don't simp, don't simp. They have to keep continually saying that to guys, man. They have to keep continually spinning out the rules of what you're supposed to be a so-called high-value man in this world and all of that, right? In the kingdom, an Israelite is not going to have to tell another Israelite how to function as an Israelite. A female Israelite is not going to have to be told how to act as a female Israelite to keep our nation flowing at its best. And a male Israelite is not going to have to be told what to do as a male in order to be the best male Israelite as possible. An Israelite son and an Israelite daughter are not going to have to be told how to be the best Israelite son and daughter that they can be. They're not going to have to be told none of that. There's not going to have to be no buy my course, right? There's not going to have to be no red pill talk to try and say, oh, here's how the game goes. You have to know how to do this. You have to know how to maintain your frame. You ain't going to have to say none of that, man. The woman's going to know what to do herself, and the man's going to know what his part is. It's just going to float. Whereas right now, you have all these red pill cats and that, yeah, which people have to be spoken about, man, because they're getting a lot of traction, and Yahweh's watching them, man. Yahweh's watching them to see if, with all this attention that they got, they're going to mention him, or they're just going to keep mentioning themselves, trying to talk about how they're helping men's lives. He does that, man. He makes the word go out to see. He makes these people get a bit of attraction to see if they're going to mention him. He did it with the guy that they all called the Godfather, did he not? The guy that they called the Godfather, he definitely heard about the Hebrew Israelites. And then one day, he was just gone, man. And Yahweh can do that with the next guy that thinks that he's going to step on the throne of that. He can do it, man. Verse 11 again. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for all shall know me from the least to the greatest. So even a low-level Israelite, which that's almost going to be like an oxymoron in the kingdom. But even a low-level Israelite is going to know what's what and who's who. An Israelite that's right now is a homeless, is sleeping in a tent somewhere on a roundabout or whatever, right? He's going to be greater than John the Baptist in the kingdom. That's what the scriptures say. But people will hear that and they'll be like, man, this fool's crazy. What's he talking about? Or they'll think you're hiding yourself or whatever. And then when they see you, they'll say you're hiding yourself when they don't see you. And then when they see you, they want to comment on what you look like. So either way, you can't win with these people, because these people saw what Yahweh Shai looked like and they had a problem with him. So if they had a problem with Yahweh Shai, how much more they're going to have a problem with anybody else that speaks about the same things, man. We can't win with these people. But the Lord's going to win. And that's the thing that matters, man. Verse 12. For I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more. So ultimately, we're going to be forgiven for all our wickedness. Even all of you cats right now, man, that don't want to know the Lord, you're going to have to learn the same things that we know now through death by pain. Yeah? And if you think it's a game and you think it ain't real, well, let me read it for you guys, man. Let's read it for you guys, man. You're going to the same must know it after death by pain, and you can laugh and joke all you want to joke, man. It's not going to be funny when it happens, though. Every man's cocky and brash when he got access to fine wines, warm rooms, soft mattresses. But when he starts losing access to that stuff, you notice with all these cats, man, all these guys that think they were so deep, they always come back to where they're supposed to go, the Lord. And at the end of their life, they always start talking about the Bible for some reason. Why is that? Because these people are Israelites. Man, let me just read the scripture. 2 Ezra chapter 9 and verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment. So when all hell breaks loose, your denim jeans and your fitted clothes that are tailor-made ain't gonna mean nothing, man. They ain't gonna mean nothing. When new women that have got these stupid BBLs, man, you look stupid as well. Let's just say it like that. When all you stupid idiots that have got these BBLs are gonna be trying to run around and run away from chaos that's happening with a implanted glutes, you're gonna look stupid as hell, man. You're gonna look so dumb. It's unbelievable. You're running around with fake glutes, man. Fake glutes that don't even look like they match your body at all. It just looks ridiculous if we're being real about it. But you people have despised Yahweh's ways, and you're gonna dwell in torments at the end of it all, man. Verse 10. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. So you thought because you was getting benefits in life, you was living it, man. You was going to all these restaurants, man. You was having that stupid idiot Salt Bay throw the salt off his elbow and hit it into your plate, right? That adulterous demon. You was having him throw the salt off his elbow, right, into your plate, and you was getting gassed. Having him feed you the steak from that big blade, right? And you was thinking that you was living it up. And you didn't have to pray in your mind. You didn't have to do a prayer. You didn't have to go on a fast. You didn't have to keep no days of atonement. You didn't have to know no scriptures to get that. So you thought, well, I don't need that to get it because I'm getting what I need. Not knowing that the Lord was watching you, man. He was seeing, well, let's see if they talk about me. Let's see. Let's see if they're gonna say anything about me. Let's see if they're gonna turn to me at any point. And you never did, man. But you're still going to have to turn to him anyway because you're an Israelite and he's going to make you turn to him, man. But it's not going to be a nice route that you're going to have to go through to get to this. Verse 11. And they that have loathed my law while they yet had liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. So don't try and say it's my words. Oh, this guy's talking violence. No, you people are talking stupidity and you people are talking violence, man. How about that? How about that? How about this world's full of hypocrites? How about that, man? This world's full of hypocrites that are always just talking about some money, this, money, that, when eventually the way how the money system's going, you're not even going to see the damn thing. And it's going to be programmed telling you what you can and can't buy. And if you want to have a bit more leeway on what you can and can't buy, you're going to have to pucker up and kiss ass in order to get access to that stuff, man. That's what you're going to have to do. And some of you people are already puckering up, man. You're already ready for that. Or you people thinking that crypto is going to save you. You really think that crypto is going to save you? You really think that money that you don't own, that you don't create, was going to save you? The new covenant, which is going to come through Yahweh Shai performing that upon us and fulfilling that, is what's going to save the Israelites, the Negro, Latino, and Native American. Nothing else, man. Nothing else. Let me end it on this. Right, and Salakia, I apologize if anyone thinks I've been rambling, man, but this has to be said to these people, man. And it has to be said to me too, and anybody else that's alive on the earth, man. That's an Israelite. Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 12. There's a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. So there's many ways, man, to die. There's many ways to steer off from the right or the left of the path that leads to everlasting life. There's many ways. There's many. But there's only one way to get the truth, man, and that's through Yahweh Shai. That's the only way to get this message, man, through Yahweh Shai. Your righteousness is not enough alone by itself to be worthy of Yahweh saving you from anything. You have to believe that his son died for your sins, man. And it sounds like a joke to people, man. But just wait till some of these earthly prophecies start happening. Wait till people's money starts being more and more restricted, man, then let's see. Let's see then. I'm gonna end the lesson there, man. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Makar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. Shalom.